Have you ever wondered why you find yourself stuck in self-limiting patterns and struggling to achieve your goals? And what if I told you that rewiring your subconscious mind is the key to changing all of this? Your subconscious mind holds a lot of the beliefs you have and the unprocessed emotions you have that are going to be dictating how you are behaving. And by understanding how your subconscious mind works, this is going to give you the freedom to consciously rewire yourself so that you can live a far better life. I thought I'd start off this video by telling you some general things you need to know about how your subconscious mind works. So, information processing. Your subconscious mind processes data effortlessly, like driving a car or understanding language without conscious effort. Habit formation. It forms automatic routines, such as morning routines or healthy eating habits through repeated actions. Your subconscious mind stores emotional associations like nostalgia with music or fear with phobias, influencing your feelings and reactions based on past experiences. Let's start here with information processing. So when we begin to get very familiar with things and we don't have to consciously process information, our subconscious mind automatically starts doing it. It starts just happening in the background, like you understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth. You don't really have to pay too much attention in order to really understand that. It just gets processed automatically. Whereas at one point in our life, we had to really learn how to do that. Then we kind of got the hang of it, and now it's a subconscious thing. Another example is, let's say we're walking through our kitchen and we see a glass of water, and we're all very familiar with a glass of water, so we don't really pay too much attention to it. Our subconscious mind automatically interprets it as a glass of water. It's very familiar with it, and we kind of just walk right past it. We don't really think too much about it. And another good example is, let's say you're driving and you see a stop sign, and you automatically understand what that means. You don't really have to think about it too much. You don't have to place very much awareness on it, very much attention on it. You just get it because you're so familiar with it, right? It's just kind of wired into your mind to understand what these things are. Next is habit formation. So our subconscious mind is wired through repetition. So a very common pattern that a lot of people have is they wake up, they eat breakfast, they brush their teeth, they go to work. And this is just something they do every single day, basically. And it just becomes who they are. It just becomes what their life is. And they don't really have to think very much about what they're doing when they wake up. Their subconscious mind is already conditioned to begin behaving along these patterns, right? Another good one is, let's say you wake up and you have an exercise routine. You wake up and every single day you exercise. After a while, it's just going to feel very normal to wake up and exercise because that is how you have wired your subconscious mind. You're not going to have to place very much attention on this because it's just automatically wired into you. Your subconscious mind begins playing out the pattern automatically. Last is emotional memory. So it stores emotional associations. Let's say you had a bad experience with a dog when you were 5 years old. Let's say it bit you, and now you're terrified of dogs. And every time you see a dog, you feel some fear. Right? That's just a sort of unprocessed emotion that is still dictating your relationship to dogs, whereas most dogs, at least from my experience, are quite friendly. They don't really try and attack me. A lot of them aren't very friendly, though. But I hope you get the point, is that when we can't really process something, that gets stored in our subconscious mind as well, and that actually influences a lot of our behavior. Same thing with positive feelings. Like, let's say you have a certain song that you like and it makes you remember your childhood. And when that plays, it just automatically triggers thoughts of your childhood. It's the same thing. It doesn't have to be only painful stuff. So that's basically all you need to know for now about your subconscious mind. It's a really complicated system. You can do your own independent research, but if you want to start to rewire it, this is basically a good place to get started. So when it comes to rewiring your mind, I want to tell you just a little bit of the general feelings you can cultivate so that you can successfully rewire it. So experience the sense of empowerment that comes from recognizing your ability to reshape your beliefs and life outcomes. Cultivate curiosity about how your mind works, your emotions and behaviors, and how they influence your entire life. Get motivated to take the first step in rewiring your subconscious mind. So rewiring your subconscious mind isn't actually a very difficult thing. It's quite simple. But the thing is that it requires awareness. Without awareness, you're not going to rewire it because our subconscious mind is just kind of happening automatically. And it's our job to apply awareness to our subconscious patterns so that we can see them and then begin to change them. A lot of the things we do are on autopilot, right? They're subconscious. We're not actually really applying very much awareness to most of our life. Most of the time, maybe like 90% of the time, if not more, that's what a lot of research says. It's a lot of what the estimates are. 90+% of the time, it's just subconscious, which is can be quite scary when you think about it, because most of our life is just on autopilot. It's just happening without much of a conscious intention on our part. It's a matter of how we've rewired our subconscious, and then that is just kind of playing itself out. And if you haven't wired it consciously, you're not really going to have that great of a life. It's going to be just a lot of old conditioning playing itself out, and it's not going to be very useful to a lot of your present goals. You're going to find yourself stuck in a lot of old patterns. So what are some things you can do to rewire your subconscious mind? And you can do a lot of these things every single day. So some are visualization, affirmations, mindfulness, meditation, journaling, and support from a trusted coach or therapist. Visualization is incredibly powerful. You can just sit down, close your eyes, and begin to visualize your ideal future, right? Or ideal circumstances, or how you're going to be getting to those ideal circumstances. Don't underestimate the power of visualization. Actually feel into the emotions that you're feeling while you are visualizing. Because a lot of our sort of subconscious patterns are stored inside of our body in the form of emotions, right? Even our beliefs have emotional charges to them that get stored inside of our body. And by actually feeling into our emotions, this is one of the best ways to begin to rewire our subconscious mind. And visualization is a powerful way to begin to really do that. Another good one is affirmations. This is really effective for quite a lot of people, telling themselves that they're worthy, or that they love themselves, or that they are capable, right? Affirmations are a really good way to begin to rewire a lot of the unconscious beliefs we have about ourselves and replace them with new and more empowering beliefs about ourselves. So instead of thinking unconsciously that, I'm a failure, or that I'm no good, or I have no confidence, you can begin to rewire that by affirming to yourself that you can grow and learn. That's just one way to begin to change those patterns, right? Or that you're just capable of growth. You're capable of change, right? And then you affirm that to yourself, and it starts to motivate you. You actually start to feel emotions that go along with those ideas. And from that place, you feel a greater sense of empowerment. You can actually change instead of staying stuck within a lot of old patterns. The next one is mindfulness meditation. This is probably the most important one. This is really just sitting down and being aware of yourself. Instead of being lost in thoughts, instead of being lost in all of your subconscious programs, really all your subconscious automatic behaviors, you can actually sit down and just witness them. You can sit down, you can just observe your thoughts, you can bring awareness into your body, you can proactively feel your emotions, right? Like you can actually feel them, you can actively feel what's happening inside of your body, and through that awareness, through this sort of new perspective of yourself, you can begin to act with more intention and more awareness, which is going to wire in new subconscious patterns, and a lot of old ones are going to fall away. You're going to be more aware of the emotions that are driving you to continuously act out subconscious patterns, and now you can change them. Because like I said, awareness is the number one thing you need if you want to rewire your subconscious mind, and mindfulness meditation is probably the best way, or if not one of the best ways, to begin cultivating a very deep self-awareness. The next one is journaling. This is also really powerful. Just journaling down your thoughts is honestly amazing. Even if you want to have a gratitude journal, it doesn't matter what kind of journal, But writing is really powerful just for clarity. If you have bad habits in your life, write down your bad habits so you can see them very clearly. I do this with a lot of my clients. If you have a lot of pain in your life, write down really what that is. Right, whether it's emotional pain in certain circumstances, or let's say you just feel sad at specific times of the day, or you feel kind of numb at your job, right? You want to actually begin to write that stuff down. Even just some general ideas that come up into your mind. You just sort of open up a journal and just start writing whatever comes to your mind. That's really powerful. You just want to begin to get your internal world onto a piece of paper so that you can look at it. You're basically mapping out your internal world so that you can see it very clearly. And the next one is support from a trusted coach or therapist. I do one-to-one coaching. You can book a call. Link is in the description. Limited spots are available, but don't underestimate the power of seeking help from another person, especially one that you trust. I can't emphasize the importance of actually trusting the person that you are going to be working with. There needs to be an actual deep sense of trust and integrity within the relationship, or else it's not really going to be very, very powerful. This is one of the most profound ways to gain very powerful results in your life. See what works for you. Try out a bunch of different methods, find the ones that work the best for you, and begin to actually stick with them. That's it for this video. Quick announcement, I am releasing the Purpose Project in the near future. So stay tuned for that. It's a course on discovering your life purpose and living your life purpose every single day so that you can reach your full potential. Other than that, check out my book list, check out my coaching, check out my newsletters, all link in the description. Take it easy.